Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Max Garza III. I'm calling in out of North America tonight. Thank you to each and every one of you for spending some quality time with us this evening, afternoon, morning. For those of you from around the world, thank you. And we are super excited about the news we heard this morning about the Power On network becoming Power On Express and ultimately moving to the Ethereum blockchain with their smart contract technology. I mean, I got goosebumps when I read that this morning, ladies and gentlemen. The reason being is, remember, not only do we have the very first cryptocurrency to ever be backed by clean, green, renewable energy, we also have physical products from our parent company, XeCoin and Don Nasenka, that literally will allow people that are installing solar PV systems on their homes or businesses to not just store energy, but save money on their commercial electricity bills in times of high demand. And to be able to also piggyback off of the Ethereum blockchain with their smart contract technology, guys, you're talking about not needing an intermediary when it comes to contracts for power purchase agreements for solar companies. Whether it's solar, wind, hydro, biomass, you're seeing a revolution in renewable energy technology. And I tell people this all the time, and you can use this. I met Don Nasenka in Anaheim, California. I shook his hand. The gentleman is phenomenal. He cares more about people than he cares about himself. That's why I know we're gonna make a big impact around the world. But literally, the beautiful thing about Don Nasenka is that he wants to help people around the world, right? Not just lessen their carbon footprint, but also change their family's financial futures. And that's what it's all about, guys. When you take the eyes off of yourself and you place it on other people, you have the ability to create a movement larger than anything we've ever seen. So to those of you that are seeing this for the first time, thank you very much. To those of you that are working hard and sharing the information around the world, the reason why we're growing at such a viral pace is because of you. So give yourself a pat on the back. Let's go ahead and get this into presentation mode. And literally, guys, we will go ahead and record this so that you can use it as a marketing tool. All right, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, for those of you just joining, my name is Max Garza III. I am calling in out of North America tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us. Tonight you're going to hear a story of a company that's going viral in 125 countries and counting. Literally, guys, we're growing so fast, and we just added 30,000 more marketing partners. We're moving over from the Power On network to Power On Express. And now, guys, this is a game changer, because for those of you that have been following cryptocurrency, you know that the adoption is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. For many of you that have never heard of cryptocurrency, that's okay, because we didn't hear about it till about the end of 2008, early 2009, and back then we didn't really understand what it was either. But we read how it was a decentralized financial currency that basically no country owned, right? No bank could control, and no single individual could mess with. It was on a peer-to-peer network, guys, and what made it very valuable was that literally they had a public ledger, a blockchain, where people would verify all the transactions. So we started thinking, hey, look, this is something big. We just don't understand it, and we didn't pull the trigger in 2009. We didn't start buying Bitcoin until late 2012, early 2013. So for many of us that lost out on the ability to make money off of Bitcoin at its very genesis, that's okay, because at the end of the day, you're starting to see the very first cryptocurrency, the XeCoin, that will be backed by clean, green, renewable energy. And the reason why that's so valuable, ladies and gentlemen, is because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is a phenomenal technology, but it's fiat currency just like the United States dollar, which means nothing backs it. Back in the 70s, Richard Nixon took the United States dollar off of the gold standard. And ever since then, if you give me $1 in the United States, the only thing that backs it is my trust in the government and my trust in you. Bitcoin's the exact same thing, guys. There's nothing that backs it, not gold, not silver, not notes. So that's why you see so many volatility bubbles within Bitcoin. Literally, just a few weeks ago, it was trading at $1,140, and everybody got super excited, and then it shot back down to 800, right? So again, the reason why we are super excited about the XeCoin is because not just clean, green, renewable energy and 10 cents, in fact, of clean, green, renewable energy back every XeCoin right now, but in the future also what's going to happen is the physical products and services from Xergonics and carbon credits will back our XeCoin, not just given its stability, but valuation for decades to come. So that's why we are super excited about what's going on with Power on Xpress and the XeCoin. So once again, guys, we're using an older PowerPoint because obviously it still says Power on Network. But when you see network, just think Xpress, okay? So here we go. All right, guys, so our company has one simple question for everybody around the world, and it's, are you plugged in? And of course, it sounds like a silly question, right, ladies and gentlemen, but at the end of the day, of course you are. We all are. From our cell phones to our cars, homes, our schools, and even our sources of food. Without energy, we are powerless, literally. Our whole existence depends on production, distribution, and consumption of energy. One tradable commodity none of us can live without. And ladies and gentlemen, ask yourself this question. Are we getting any less connected digitally around the world? Are we using any less energy? No, right? There's 7.5 billion people on planet Earth right now. We have 6 billion mobile connected devices. So our appetite for energy is voracious, right? And this is why we are excited, because at the end of the day, it's not going to lessen anytime soon. So this trend that we're getting in front of right now is a trend that's going to be very profitable for decades to come. So now our vision and mission are pretty simple. It is to create a better, cleaner, and less expensive way to provide energy to the whole world. To create a more resilient grid based on smart storage, create a life-changing opportunity for anyone, anywhere in the world to be rewarded from this revolution in the transfer of energy to a public cryptocurrency, and also be part of a mission to make a difference in leaving the world in a carbon-free environment. Basically, guys, to be the solution, not just for our kids, but for our kids, right? We want to lessen the carbon footprint around the world. So now, this question was posed to me, and I had to think about it because they asked me, hey, Max, how much energy do you waste every day? And just like you guys, I leave some lights on, right? I leave my toaster plugged in, my microwave plugged in, my thermostat's a little bit too low sometimes. But are you aware that 67.8% of the energy produced is wasted due to inefficiencies in the energy infrastructure? In the USA alone, this amounts to over $700 billion in annual losses, and this is energy you have paid for. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, as an example, in the United States alone, their infrastructure is, from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. This technology is very, very old. Literally, it's practically back in the 19th century, Thomas Edison, and it needs a massive overhaul. And this is not just the United States, guys. We're talking about countries around the world. There's some countries when they have outages, literally they'll be without power for weeks, if not a month. And but at the end of the day, guys, every inefficiency is paid by the global citizens of that country. So at the end of the day, we're paying for those inefficiencies, guys. Now, the source of this information comes from the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. Now, the premise here, guys, is what if you could store energy for a rainy day, like gold, but also be able to trade and sell excess power you do not need to others or back to the grid like currency? Now, the power is truly in your hands in the form of independent micro-utilities. With the Power On Network and XeCoin, you can mine, store, and trade this essential commodity and protect your assets. Everyone will always need energy, and with the Power On Network, you are now the source. So remember, guys, literally at the end of the day, imagine all the people right now that are installing solar PV systems, right? So obviously when the sun goes down, they can't draw or they can't produce any more power. So what do they have to do? They have to draw power from their local utility. In the future, with our technology from Xergonics, they'll be able to have a home system that basically is going to store that power, right? And then when the sun goes down at night, they won't need to pull any power from their local utility grid. They basically will become their own micro-utilities. And that is so powerful because so many people are trying to get away from their local utilities. So now we are basically in phase one, ladies and gentlemen. We call it the digitization of energy, the conversion of energy into a transferable cryptocurrency. This is the phase, ladies and gentlemen, where we tell everybody around the world about what we're doing, our movement, and we ask you to lock arms with us and help others understand that not only can we benefit them with our digital currency, but also our physical products and services from Xergonics for decades to come. So now let's talk a little more about our XeCoin. So our XeCoin is underwritten with energy developed using the best lithium-ion nanotechnology. It is a hybrid proof of stake and proof of work coin. The max coin base is 5 billion, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't want you to get bogged down in all the technicalities, because I tell people the most important part of this slide is at the very bottom. We already have wallets for Windows, Mac, Linux, and access to web wallets at www.xecoin.net. Now also, our transactions are verifiable on a public blockchain at www.xecoin.info. Now the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why I want to tell you more about why this is important is you're going to get approached by many companies and many individuals about cryptocurrencies, but you always have to ask two simple questions at the beginning. Hey, what public exchange can I see your coin being bought and sold around the world? And also, can I download my own wallet for my Windows system, my Mac, my Linux, or access to a web wallet or a mobile wallet? The reason being, guys, is that they're not on a public exchange, right? Like Poloniex, Kraken, C-CEX, Bitfinex. Then they are not actual cryptocurrency. They're an internal token. They have an internal exchange. And if you cannot download your own wallets, let's say that if you're with a program that has an internal exchange, if they freeze your account, then they freeze your coins, right? Or tokens, or whatever they call them. Because again, unless they're on a public exchange and you can download your own wallets and you control your coins, then that is not an actual cryptocurrency. You need to run and find a cryptocurrency that you can literally set records with, right? So now what underwrites XeCoin? XeCoin, like any public currency, will derive its price from the public market based on supply and demand. However, we've gone further. Together with Xergonics, we are establishing an independent audited global energy fund, and as we generate more energy products and services, all of this will underwrite the energy in kilowatt hours, guys. So imagine this. In the future, not just being able to purchase clean, green, renewable energy or products and services, guys, literally these smart contracts with the Ethereum blockchain, they're going to be very valuable for our company, because at the end of the day, anytime there's commerce being developed in any country, all of this is going to underwrite the XeCoin. Now, if you decide to liquidate your XeCoin directly rather than sell it on the open market, the fund will exchange it for usable energy at an equivalent value to our cost of production at that time. So again, guys, to be able to see a cryptocurrency that's going to be the very first backed anywhere around the world by clean, green, renewable energy, physical products, and carbon credits, you could literally not script a better timing for you and your family. So now let's talk about our technology partner, Xergonics. Xergonics is one of the leading producers of distributed energy storage system technology and a pioneer in this industry today. Using advanced nanotechnology and proven power management, Xergonics is able to provide efficient energy storage systems that are portable, modular, and can easily be tied to existing infrastructure. Storing energy is now easier and in your hands. And guys, if you got a mobile device in your hands, whether you got an iPad, an Android tablet, an iPhone, or a Galaxy phone, go to our parent company's homepage, www.xergonix.com. That's www.xergonix.com. Guys, on this website, you'll be able to find out more about Don Nasanka and his team, global projects, products and services. Literally, guys, Don Nasanka, I call him the Steve Jobs of energy and energy storage, because literally that's how much this man knows about what we're doing, with the Power On Xpress and Xergonics in the future. So on this screen right now, guys, you see what's called an ESS tower. We got to see these products in Anaheim, California. We got to physically hold the Vertigo docks. But this ESS tower, guys, is pretty phenomenal. At the very top, you have the battery management system, which is like the brain. In the middle, you have the security software. Towards the bottom, you have the thermal management, so it doesn't overheat. Back up here, you have stackable battery stages. And then down here, you can see the advanced batteries. You got about 5 of these per ESS tower. Guys, these towers can literally power a restaurant, a hotel, a warehouse. There's going to be a lot of commercial and industrial applications for this ESS tower. But what we're excited about more than anything, because we physically got to hold these things, and we did a training in Anaheim, these vertical docks, guys, these vertical docks right here are phenomenal. Each one of these blades, basically when they're charged, are 1 kW of energy, basically 1,000 watts. So the beautiful thing about these vertical docks, as an example, if you have a vehicle that was produced past the year 2008, in the back of your vehicle, you have what's called a 6-pin. You can literally dock this vertical dock back there, as you see in this picture. And as you're driving around your city, guys, let's say that you're going to work, let's say maybe you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver, your vehicles are going to be producing energy. Your brakes, your alternator, your battery, your exhaust, all that energy that's being produced is going to go to recharge this vertigo dock. Now imagine, guys, when you get to the office, when you get home, you can take one of these blades off. You can plug in your iPhone, your Android device, your iPad, and recharge it. If, let's say you have 10 of these, right, and they're all recharged, you're talking about 10,000 watts of power. If you have a solar PV system at your house, you can plug it in, whether it's biomass, whether it's hydro, whether it's wind. Literally, guys, if you have 10,000 watts, you could basically power your house for a month or two, depending on your usage, right? The average home around the world uses between 2,500 to 3,500 kilowatt hours. So if you have 10,000 watts, that's a pretty good amount of power for you per month or every 2 months. So that's why we're super excited. So here's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Don Nasanka. Mr. Don Nasanka is the chairman, president, and CEO of XeCoin. Guys, he's got 25 plus years of global success. He's the former director at Enersys Inc., which is the world's largest industrial battery company. He's also the founder of Kokum America and Dow Kokum, which is the first lithium polymer plant in the United States. Guys, one thing I want to tell you about Dow Kokum, back in the day when Lotus was trying to create their very first electric vehicle, the batteries that were inside of that Lotus vehicle came from Don Nasanka's Dow Kokum company. So years later, Tesla came in and purchased that technology. So when we tell you that Don Nasanka is the Steve Jobs of energy and energy storage solutions, that is no joke. He's also the founder of XeCoin and invested in several green companies. One of the beautiful things about this gentleman is he's a distinguished alumni of the University of Central Missouri. He's had an outstanding career, and he's the originator of the Innovation Campus, which was recognized by President Barack Obama. Now, another thing about this man is he was honored by the Lumina Foundation. And guys, if you don't know what the Lumina Foundation is, Bill and Melinda Gates, that's their foundation, the gentleman that started Microsoft. And they basically honored Don for his contribution to education and the idea of the Innovation Campus. So literally, guys, when I tell you that our parent company is all in with the Power On Xpress, that is an understatement. Literally, Don Nasanka led the training for us while we were in California, and it was a phenomenal training. But he's super excited because at the end of the day, he understands that with people like yourselves that are on this webinar, we can share information around the world and create a movement of people not only that are going to benefit from all our products and services in the future, but also from the financial gain for sharing this information. That's what's exciting. So now, on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you have an article from McKinsey. It's called The New Economics of Energy Storage. And basically the cliff notes on this article, guys, is they're talking about energy storage can make money right now. You know, finding the opportunities requires digging into real-world data. But it also talks about energy storage as being a favorite technology of the future for good reason. Obviously, guys, as you know, in Australia and New Zealand, Tesla and Orison Energy are doing pilot programs with wall batteries for solar systems. And the reason why so many companies are getting into energy storage solutions is because many people, again, are trying to become their own micro-utilities, right? Cutting that plug or cutting that cord from the local utility. And as more and more people are putting solar PV systems or any kind of renewable energy system on their homes or businesses, these energy storage devices, these home systems, these wall batteries are going to be a technology that many people will gravitate to in the future. And guess what? You're getting in front of the trend before hundreds of millions of people even understand what's going on. So kudos to you. So now, how do we make it all work, ladies and gentlemen? Let me go back. How do we make it all work? So on this screen, guys, this is a 40-foot shipping container. Now, inside of this 40-foot shipping container, you have about 5 to 6 of those ESS towers. So imagine, guys, if you put 2 of these 40-foot shipping containers, these energy storage devices, they could power 800 residential homes. Now, the beautiful thing about these energy storage solutions, guys, is they can plug into conventional energy plants, biomass, hydro, solar, wind. Basically, we're trying to capture 67% of the wasted energy because, again, we're trying to provide cheaper, cleaner, better energy to our clients. And remember, guys, all of this backs up our XeCoin, not just given its stability, but valuation for decades to come. So now, guys, on this screen right now, what you see is these are our digital currency power plans. For those of you that are seeing this for the very first time, everything from the Power Plan 1 to the Power Plan 8, all these prices are in euros. So as an example, one of our most popular plans right now is the Power Plan 5. It's 5,099 euros. Now, you get 50,000 XeCoins awarded in that Power Plan 5. It counts for 5,000 euros in personal sales and group sales. You also have a binary cap of 30,000 euros per week on that package, and your binary percentage is between 6 and 12% depending on your personal sales. Now, remember, guys, if you purchase a digital currency package before January 20th, 2017, the company is going to double your coins. So as an example, if you purchase a Power Plan 5 before January 20th, 2017 at midnight, instead of having 50,000 XeCoins, you'll have 100,000. And if you purchase a Power Plan 1 before midnight on January 20th, 2017, instead of 1,000, you have 2,000. So I tell everybody this, guys. It is not mandatory that you purchase a power plan, but many people are purchasing it because they want to make sure that they get the coins when they're at a lower valuation. So when they start to increase in price, right, and they get to a point where they're very comfortable with it, whether it's $1, $5, $10, $100, only time will tell, right? Obviously, as we start sharing this with more people around the world, the coin will gain more value. But if you're buying your coins, if you're purchasing them at a lower rate and selling them at a higher rate, obviously anything in between, that margin is your profit. That's why so many people are taking advantage of these power plans right now. Because, guys, as the coin starts to gain value, let's say 6 months from now, just an example, the coin goes up to 5, 10, 20 bucks. We don't know, right? But let's say it goes up to $20, $30. Well, obviously these power plans might not have 50,000 coins in the Power Plan 5. It might have 30,000, right? Instead of 1,000 coins in the Power Plan 1, it might have, 500, 300. Obviously, it's a simple law of supply and demand. As the demand goes up, right, obviously these packages are going to have less and less coins. So because of your timing, take advantage of the amount of coins that are in the power plans, guys, and secure your power plan. So now the very first way we get paid is called a direct sales bonus. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is not mandatory that you purchase a digital currency package. Literally, you could secure your position for free tonight, and we tell everybody, in fact, make sure you get back with the person that invited you to this webinar and secure a free position, because at the end of the day, guys, even if you get started for free, on your first generation, you qualify for a 5% bonus. So no matter what package you share with somebody around the world, if they make a purchase, you just qualify for 5% on your first generation. As soon as you hit 6,000 euros in personal sales, on your second generation, you qualify for another 3%. On your third generation, when you hit 10,000 euros in personal sales, now you just open up another 2%. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, generations are not levels. You can have 10, 20, 25 levels within the generation. Now, one of the things that people get excited about is on this direct sales bonus, we have an infinity bonus from your fourth generation to infinity. Again, infinity doesn't stop at level 20, level 2000. You can qualify for a 1% infinity bonus as soon as you hit 100,000 euros in personal sales. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, all infinity direct sales bonuses are paid down to the next member in your team at the same level or higher. And now for that infinity bonus, guys, you do have to purchase a power plan 4 package or higher to qualify for that. But when we're talking about generation 1, 2, and 3, you can come in as a free member and still make money. Basically, when you start making money, if you want to put that money into a package, you can. So the second way we get paid is called the team bonus, or the dual team bonus, as many of you know this. This is a binary model, guys. And let's say on your left-hand side, you have your power leg, meaning the leg with the most volume. And on the right side, you have your pay leg, or your weak leg, as some people call it, right, guys? Or your working leg. And that would be the leg with the lesser volume. So as an example, to qualify for this, guys, you have to have at least one personally sponsored paid, right? They have to buy a digital currency package, person on your left, a marketing partner, and one personally sponsored paid marketing partner on your right. As soon as you do that, you will qualify for 6% on the dual team bonus. Now, the beautiful thing, guys, as soon as you hit 2,000 euros in personal sales, now you qualify for 8% on your working leg or your pay leg. Let's just say the right is your pay leg. When you hit 5,000 euros in personal sales, now you qualify for a 10% bonus. And when you hit 25,000 euros in personal sales, now you qualify for a 12% bonus on your pay leg. And as an example, let's just say that you have 10,000 euros in group sales on your power leg, right? Just so you can see this beautiful example. And let's say that on your working leg or your pay leg, you have 5,000 euros in group sales. Well, if you just got started, right, you would qualify for that 6%. So if you did 6% of 5,000 euros in group sales, the lesser leg, right, you would generate a bonus of 300 euros. And guys, remember, you're seeing this before hundreds of millions of people. So some of you are already starting to see some massive bonus. That's why I keep telling everybody, make sure you qualify for that dual team bonus. All you got to do is go out and get one personally sponsored marketing partner that's paid on your left and right, guys. Very simple. And many of you have already done that. Congratulations. So now let's talk about the infinity matching bonus, guys. This is a very powerful bonus. The reason why is because, again, on your first, second, third, and fourth generation, not level, right? Because remember, once again, you can have 10, 25 levels per generation. As soon as you hit personal sales of 2,000 euros, you qualify for a 5% infinity matching bonus on your first generation, on your second, on your third, and your fourth. Now, guys, one thing that has people going bonkers is the fact that we have an infinity bonus from the 5th generation to infinity that will pay you 5%. 5%, that's right, I said 5% of an infinity match from your 5th generation all the way to infinity as soon as you hit 250,000 euros in personal sales. Now, guys, many people are super excited because they haven't seen an infinity matching bonus like this in a long time, if ever. And the ability to hit 250,000 euros with a company that's providing the kind of solutions that we have, that I'm pretty sure they're probably going to raise that because that is a low number. Now, obviously, guys, infinity matching bonuses are paid down to the next member in your team at the same qualification or higher. But if you have a lot of people that are hitting these infinity matching bonuses, guys, you're doing a very good job, and a lot of commas are coming on your commission checks, right? So I tell everybody, guys, get excited, get fired up, because people are going to buy into your passion, not the facts, right? People buy and join people they like, but people that motivate them and want and make them believe that they can do it, right? So now let's talk about the payout rules. So every single Friday, guys, 60% will go into your current account. It will be paid out every Friday. You can withdraw it to your bank, your debit card, or use it in our shop. Now the other 40%, guys, will be paid out every Friday, so you can buy XeCoins. They'll go into your reserve account. Now the beautiful thing about our program, ladies and gentlemen, is that we're creating more buyers than sellers. So in a market, when you have more buyers than sellers, guess what happens? The value of said product, and in our case, the XeCoin, goes up. Why? Because, again, we have so many people right now around the world that can purchase our coin inside of a public exchange, but because we're creating many buyers within our local ecosystem, this coin is only going to be gaining value every single week, every single month for decades to come. So now let's talk about the XeCoin Loyalty Award. You can customize your own rewards, guys. Basically, after 30 days, you may freely sell or trade 10% of your stake each and every month. Guys, you can sell your XeCoins, every 30 days you can sell 10%. Many of you, you're going to go on the public exchange, you're going to sell your coins just so you can see that it's real, and believe me, it is. because I can, if you have an account with c-cex.com, you can see the daily, hourly buy and sell orders back there. People are already starting to buy XeCoin anywhere from 10 cents to 90 cents. Now, for many of you, you gotta love this loyalty award in the middle. Every month in year one, your coins are stored in the cold wallet. You will receive a loyalty award of an additional 6% through control release of the company stake. Basically, guys, we're talking about a 72% award per annum. And for many of you that see the passive side of this component, guys, because again, you can make money off holding your coins because you're getting them at a low valuation, and when they start going up in value, and you feel comfortable with it, then obviously you can sell it at a higher valuation. Anything in the middle, the margin is your profit. So for those of you that are going to do that, we call that a smart reward, right? Because all coins in the cold wallet between year 1 to year 3 will receive the most aggressive award of an additional 20 to 40% through control release of company stake. So guys, we're talking about a 200% award per annum. Now, why is this important? Guys, many of you that have seen the story of Bitcoin understand that when it first came out, it was valued at less than a penny. And obviously now seeing what's going on in the market, it shooting up all the way to $1,140 and hovering between 900 and 1,000. If we told you today, hey, would you rather have 1,000 Bitcoin or 2,000 Bitcoin, right? Obviously, many of us would say 2,000 Bitcoin. So the fact that the company is going to give us a loyalty award moving forward, guys, that's the kind of company I want to work with. So now let's talk about some power rewards, because many of you are doing a phenomenal job sharing our story and information around the world, guys. The company is going to reward you with some phenomenal products. Everything from a Vertigo dock to a Tag Heuer smartwatch to an electronic bike to a Hublot, a King Power Hublot watch, guys, to a BMW i8 Spider. Guys, this vehicle is about 150,000 euros. That's about $180,000. Think about the color of car you want to be driving around in 2017, guys. I know that many of you are going to be doing a phenomenal job sharing this information and building marketing teams around the world. So you better be ready mentally to pick out your car color in the future. Now, for those of you that qualify for a 1 million euro villa, guys, literally when you hit this reward, anything that a 1 million euro villa will purchase wherever you decide, whether it's Turkey, Greece, the south of France, Spain, Hawaii, Thailand, it doesn't matter, guys. You get to pick the locality, and whatever 1 million euros will purchase, the company will buy you this 1 million euro villa. And don't forget to save me a room so that I can come in and do some trainings out of your villa. So here are our power reward qualifications. They're pretty simple, guys. We got 9 levels. So as you can see on this screen, as soon as you hit gold, you've qualified for your PIN and your Vertigo dock. As soon as you hit emerald, you qualify for your PIN, your Tag Heuer smartwatch, and your electronic bike. When you hit ruby, now we're talking about a PIN and a Hublot King Power watch. Guys, we're talking about a $30,000 to $45,000, $50,000 watch. Those things are awesome. When you hit sapphire, now you get your PIN and your 50,000 euro pension fund. And again, for those of you, when you hit diamond, guys, I want to see pictures on Facebook of you driving around in your BMW i8 Spider. Me personally, I'm already thinking about a black one. I don't know about y'all. And then for many of you, when you hit Royal Diamond, guys, not only will you get your PIN, but also your smart villa, your 1 million euro smart villa. So I tell people this, guys. If you can write down your goals over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and you can get excited about the fact that you can change your financial future, whether you come in for free or whether you purchase a digital currency package, guys, it doesn't matter. Just get fired up about what you have in your hands, because we will never see anything like this ever again in our lifetimes, guys. This is such a disruptive technology when we talk about cryptocurrency and energy storage, guys. It's a revolution, and you are part of that revolution. So take advantage of it. And I tell people, the reason why you're on this webinar tonight, guys, is because somebody cared about your family's financial future. They wanted to show you something that literally can take you to a level that you've never been on before. So now in phase 2, this is called the democratization of energy. This is the physical rollout of our products, guys, with Exergonics. We've already discussed the Vertigo docks, guys, but in the very near future, we're also going to have Vertigo kiosks around the world, Cube technology that will allow people to monitor their electronic cars, their homes, what we have with Xergonics, guys, we literally hit a grand slam when we partnered with Xergonics. Now, the timeline is defined. We have a track record in the industry, a well thought out plan. Now, many people were asking about, products and when they're launching, but let me just give you a quick overview, guys. In 2003, Don Nasenko was working with nanocell development and automotive powertrains. Remember, we discussed the fact that Dow Kokum, their batteries were in the very first Lotus electric vehicle. In 2008, Don Nasenko was working with defense aerospace applications. Guys, he basically helped the United States military lower or lessen the load that soldiers would take into battle. 75% of what they were taking into battle were batteries, not bullets. So he developed systems of lithium-ion nanotechnology that allowed the soldier not to have to take so many batteries into the field, which was phenomenal. In 2010, he was working with battery management systems. In 2012, solar power purchase agreements and energy storage system development. In 2014, ladies and gentlemen, he was working with vehicle systems. And this past year, I know that sounds weird, but this past year in 2016, Xergonics acquired Coda Energy. Now, the reason why that's powerful, guys, is because that gives us the ability to have actual physical products that roll out every single quarter that we can help people around the world with, right? And also, obviously, change the financial futures of many of our marketing partners. Now, 2017 is going to bring about the Cube deployment, and this technology is phenomenal, guys. It will allow any household around the world to save 20 to 30% on their utility bills every single month. And I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but right now that it's cold or hot, wherever you're at, if you told somebody, hey, I have a technology that can help you save 20 to 30% every single month, people will not only listen to you, they will purchase this technology like crazy. Now, 2018 is going to bring the development of home systems, guys. Again, we discussed this a while back. Home systems, you can attach those to your solar PV system, right? So if you have a solar system on your home, if you have a wind, a renewable system, if you have hydro, if you have biomass, these home systems basically will allow you to save any excess energy, guys, and not have to draw power from your local utility. Basically making you a micro utility, right? Because you're going to be cutting the cord from your local utility. And this is already happening around the world, guys. There's a lot of companies that are experimenting with this technology, but they don't have Don Nasenko at the helm of their company like we do. Now, 2019 is exciting because all these vertical kiosks will be launched around the world, and then 2020 will bring other power purchase agreements with other renewables. And guys, the reason why that is super exciting is because now that we're moving over to the Ethereum blockchain with smart contract technology, you got to remember, guys, Ethereum is an open source public blockchain, and basically based on distributed computing platforms featuring smart contract functionality. Now, it provides a decentralized virtual machine, the Ethereum virtual machine that can execute peer-to-peer contracts using a token called Ether. Now, guys, the reason why that's powerful is because we won't need intermediaries, as an example, for power purchase agreements, for solar PV systems. So what we're seeing right now, guys, at its genesis is something so powerful that as you learn more about it, you won't be able to sleep at night. Literally, this morning, I got goosebumps. My whole day was phenomenal because all I could think about is, hey, all the things that we can do and all the people we can help moving into the Ethereum blockchain. Super exciting stuff. So now, this is our main office in Singapore. Look at that beauty right there. And obviously, guys, do not forget, this slide, obviously, it says the 31st, but it's actually January 20th, 2017. Any digital package that you purchase, guys, any digital package that you purchase, by January 20th, 2017, you'll be able to double your XeCoins. Do not forget, that's very valuable. Now, the power is truly in your hands, ladies and gentlemen. I suggest that you get back with the person that invited you to this webinar tonight. Make sure you secure a position. Again, it's not mandatory that you purchase a digital currency package, but if you do, obviously you'll take advantage of your timing. And don't forget that there's a passive component to this. And guys, remember, everything starts with you. It's all a mindset, guys. If you want to change your family's financial future, you have a vehicle right here, right now. you can go out and share this with the world, because there's no territorial restrictions when it comes to cryptocurrencies, energy, and energy storage solutions, guys. You literally are seeing something that hundreds of millions of people still don't understand, but you're starting to learn more and more about it. So light yourself on fire, and people will come from miles around to watch you burn, guys. Get fired up about your family's financial future. Changing that, right, guys? And other than that, thank you very much for spending some time with us this evening, guys. My name is Max Garza III. I'm calling in on North America. We will see you again on Monday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do a European company overview, and hopefully by then we'll have an updated PowerPoint for everybody and more information on what we're doing with the Power on Xpress and the Ethereum blockchain. But God bless. Have a great night, guys. Go Falcons. If you're a Cowboys fan, Green Bay fan, hopefully your team wins tomorrow. We don't know where you're from. We have people from around the world. We will see you Monday, guys. This webinar is now adjourned.